and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Rombone. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 186 in the ha. What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in, whether you're on YouTube or your favorite podcasting app. And what's really good? How y'all doing out there? Y'all staying safe? Y'all getting into some shit? Y'all hungover? Don't lie. It's okay. You can tell Uncle Roan, you hungover, motherfucker? It's all right. Oh, good if you are. You high? You high, motherfucker? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? I'm fucking chilling. I'm doing good. What the fuck is up, man? We here. We live. We in effect. All that good shit, man. And yeah, we got some shit to talk about this week. And I've been a busy motherfucker this last week. In the last 7 days, including today's podcast, this will be the 5th podcast I did this week for the Beneath the Dirt podcast. Where are the other ones? Well, one already came out. Scottie D, the interview with Scottie D of Fago Lovers. Shout out to Scottie for doing this. It was super dope. Shout out to Joker's Gallery for hooking up the connection to Scottie D. And I've been getting love on the interview with Scottie D. It's fucking fresh. I've been getting love on all the interviews. So go peep that. It's up on YouTube, all the podcast apps, everywhere. Much fucking love for all the feedback on it. Super dope. I got another interview in the bag. I got a special fucking show coming up in a couple weeks that I recorded just last night, actually. And yeah, we staying motherfucking busy over here, man. It feels good. Feels good, man. Cranking out 2 podcasts a week. It can be stressful at times. Booking the guests, but in the end, like once it's recorded and done, it's like, man, this shit is dope. I'm having a lot of fun doing this shit right now. And thank you to everybody for the love. I love you. I love you a lot. And I hope you love me. And if you don't, oh fucking well. But yeah, be on the lookout for more interviews, more special guests, and this fucking podcast that we do every Monday over here at Beneath the Dirt. Now, let's get into some new music and news, shall we? I think we shall, motherfucker. My favorite release this week, man, I said I wasn't even going to listen to it. Just 7 days ago, I said I'm not going to listen to this album. Well, as it turns out, I listened to the album, and it's fucking amazing. Slaughterhouse. Well, the rise and fall of Slaughterhouse. King Crooked, Joell Ortiz. Man, they really deaded this Slaughterhouse shit with this project right here. And, you know I likened it to Twisted or ICP doing Lotus shit without the other side, but maybe I'm not as invested in Slaughterhouse as I thought, or maybe I just like dope music. I don't know. But this album is fire. 13 tracks, 48 minutes, not one weak moment on this track from the intro to the very last song. Joell, King Crooked, kill it on here. The production's on here is fire. We got some Heatmakers production, along with some others. I don't have the list in front of me, but if you liked Joell Ortiz and King Crooked's first project, Hard, Housing Authority Rap District, you're definitely going to like this one. Even though they're dead in the Slaughterhouse shit, they are throwing jabs at Joe Budden and Royce da 5'9". They could say they're not. They could say they're telling their truth, which, to be fair, they are. But, man, it's fucking... I watched the Joe Budden podcast. I haven't watched Joe Budden podcast in a long ass time, but I watched him address this shit. We talked about the live that Royce, Joe, and Joell did last week. I watched the interview with King Crooked, the one that he did with Bootleg Kev. Watched him get his side out there, and it just ain't good. It just seems like it's all over the place. You can't really tell who's telling the truth or what. But all I know is this album is fire. If you liked Slaughterhouse, or if you fuck with any of these dudes solo, especially Crook or Joell, man, you gotta peep this album. It's so good. I mean, they got a song on here called Fuck Glass House. Glass House was the album that was supposed to come out on Shady, their second album that was supposed to come out on Shady Records. But I mean, yeah, that kind of gives you the shit that they're on this album. But it's really good. My favorite album this week, and this is going to be a top contender for the year. Like, I've been bumping it. I bumped it probably 3-4 times this weekend. I like this shit, man. And I really like their first project that they did together, the Hard Project, Joell and Crooked. And I think that was like a top 5, definitely a top 10, but possibly a top 5 of 2020. And this shit right here, amazing follow up to it. Sad that they're killing the Slaughterhouse shit because I fucks with Slaughterhouse. I got all their projects, been listening to them since the first one. So, even though they're putting the nail in the coffin on the Slaughterhouse thing, they just put together a really dope album. And I think you should give it a consideration or a listen. 100%. I know I've put people on some other shit before. If you just like pure hip hop, that's what that album is. Just straight hip hop, them fucking killing the group idea that they had. And yeah, RIP Slaughterhouse. Unfortunately. I'm glad I got to see them live. Now I don't have to say, man, I wish I would have got to see them live. I think I saw them live. It was right before Our House came out in Boston. That shit was fire too. Super dope. That was back when they were all fucking drinking, getting fucked up. They're all drinking bottles on stage and shit. Just before they all got sober. But a fire album. Really dope. And then my favorite song of the week, Low Key. He dropped his new single with Durte called Stay Strong. Following the theme, the artwork is following the theme of the previous singles that Low Key released this year. And yeah, of all the new songs that came out this week, this one's probably my favorite. And I'm curious if these songs are part of a project from Low Key, or if they're just gonna be standalone singles. They all have like a similar theme, as far as like the artwork. There's X's in the song titles replacing the vowels. So it's like we got this common theme running through these singles. And is it all going to end up on an album at some point? I don't know. I'd like to see it. Of course, I'd welcome a new Low Key album at any time. But I fucks with the song. If you fucks with Low Key, it's not wicked shit. It doesn't sound like any of the oracles. This is just, some stay strong, like, we in the music. This is my life, and, we're just going to keep fucking grinding, that type of shit. Maybe I think it's safe to say on the softer side as far as Low Key goes. The one thing about Loke is this dude just plays with the sounds, man. You never know what the fuck you're going to get from Low Key. You just don't. So go peep that new single with Durte called Stay Strong. That shit, I like it. Kind of threw me off first listen, but after a couple listens, I was like, I dig this shit. It's a lot different. It ain't the wicked shit, like I said. It ain't dark. Kind of, I say lighthearted just in the way that it sounds, but lyrics wise, they're Loke and Durte are going hard as fuck. And Dirty's part of Mission Infect too. Maybe one day we'll get a new Mission Effect album, even though it's been like, 5-6 years since Chemical Threats 3 and 4. Both those shits were fire. And Durte, that was the first time Durte appeared as a member of Mission Infect. So yeah. Go peep that shit if you ain't fucking done it already on the pre-orders. The motherfucking pre-orders for Buckshot's Never Safe are up now. You got plenty of bundles to choose from. If you wish, you got jerseys, shorts, motherfucking CDs, limited edition CDs, USB drives, t-shirts, 3D lenticular covers, CDs that come in tin cases. Pre-orders are up for that now. The release date, we got an official release date. If you do go pre-order up on the web store, it does say April 8th is the official release date for Never Safe. Now, if we know one thing from Bukshot, April 8th might be the day that he's trying to get the physical product out, because it always seems like that we get the physical product first, and then a week or two later, we get the digital release. So I'm just going to assume the April 8th release date is for the physical, and maybe a week later or so, we get digital. But who knows? Maybe April 8th is digital. I guess we just got to wait and find out, but I'm hyped for it. New Buckshot dropping just under a month. Go get your motherfucking pre-order. I saw him posting up on Twitter and shit saying the pre-orders are doing good for the EP, which is dope to see. And yeah. I went from not being a Buckshot fan to getting down with the group projects to now, fuck yeah, I'm just gonna buy the Buckshot albums. I'm hyped to listen to the Buckshot solo albums too now. So it's fresh to see, man. And on last week's show, when I make mistakes, when I report shit wrong, it's only right that I correct what was wrong. Because if I don't, then you can't take me as a reliable source for fucking information. Last week, I posted this up on Twitter as well. I reported on last week's podcast that the ICP NFTs translated to $2,500 US, which was wrong. It's actually around $250. And that is true. So the 0.08 Ethereum translate to roughly between $200 and $250. A lot cheaper than the $2,500. A lot less than what I was actually expecting. I don't know how many they have sold. I haven't checked it out. But I mean, at say $250 on the high end, depending on what Ethereum's doing, it's not bad to get a little bit of licensing to one of ICP's songs. Especially Take Me Home. I fucking said it before, say it again. Just some classic shit off the Bizarre albums. So yeah, when I report shit wrong, it's really my duty to right that wrong, because it's the fucking right thing to do. And it's okay to be wrong every once in a while. And it's okay to admit when you're wrong. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Come here. Bring it in. Bring it in for a hug. I'll give you a nice fucking hug, you fuck. But also last week's podcast, I do want to apologize for last week's podcast as well, because it was a very short podcast. I wasn't feeling well. I had to edit a couple points in the podcast. If you watch it on YouTube, you could tell. Probably couldn't tell through the audio version, but like, I just had I don't know what it was. It was like a day sickness, or like 1 day sickness, or what. But like, my nose was just constantly running. I was all stuffed up, just kind of felt like shit. And I just kind of rushed through that episode. So I do want to apologize for that as well. Like, I just wasn't feeling up to the weather, but I was good enough to record a show. Maybe not the best of shows that I've ever done, but you can't win them all. And I do appreciate the love for the show last week. I'm not asking for fucking pity, not asking you to feel bad for me. I'm just apologizing because I may not have put out the best of product last Monday. It happens. Shit fucking happens, you know? And I'm sorry. Fucking sorry, man. Fucking sorry. Well, let's get into some more news. Let's get into the main story this week, shall we? Bloody Brothers. The Bloody Brothers single actually fucking happened. Shout out to Ben Stockwell for sending me the pictures of the CD artwork. I think he sent it to me on Friday. Thursday, Friday, I forget which day. Regardless, the Bloody Brothers single is here and people are getting them. I'm seeing reports all over the place. People receiving their Bloody Brothers single almost a year later. A year later. Hey, better late than never, right? You know, props to them for actually following through with the Bloody Brothers single. Like, I've questioned it a few times. Didn't think it was going to actually fucking happen. Like, what happened to Bloody Brothers? Here's another thing they promised and they didn't follow through on. Well, sometimes you just got to fucking wait. And wait, the Juggalos did. It got uploaded to YouTube, of course, with the fucking quickness. Scottie Diafego Lovers actually uploaded it. And the song is called After Murder Sunrise. The first Bloody Brothers single. And the first time the Bloody Brothers project was teased was over 20 years ago. It was teased as the most ruthless, southern, murderous serial killer shit ever. That's how it was advertised 20 years ago. The Bloody Brothers gimmick ended up allegedly became the Boondocks gimmick. I like throwing the allegedlys out there. But it was always advertised as the most ruthless, fuck man, can't even talk. Ruthless, redneck, hillbilly, down south, serial killer murder shit. And they gave us After Murder Sunrise, and it does not live up to the hype. This Bloody Brothers is bloody bad. Bad joke, maybe. I don't know, but it's wow. Props to anybody that actually listened to the whole song. Props. I don't know how you did it, if you in fact did it. I saw a lot of poop emojis for this song over the weekend. And I don't know if they just like felt like they had to just say, fuck it. This is the best we got. And just put it out, pressed it up on a CD or what. But man, I thought the Bloody Brothers project was going to be not this, not some country music, country singing type shit. I didn't even make it to the hook. I'll be honest. Like, as soon as the music started, it was like, oh no. This ain't it. This is not it. This is not the Bloody Brothers I was expecting. And if this is the direction that they want to go with the Bloody Brothers, count me all the way out. Count me out. I am tapped out. Nope. That's not an applause. That's me tapping the fuck out. I'm not here for that shit, man. Such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. I don't even know what else to say, but the fact that Bloody Brothers even happened is damn near a fucking miracle. I can't believe this shit actually came to fruition. Like, god damn. It took almost a year. Actually, it took fucking 2 decades, but shit. It took almost a year from the first single that was announced to come out. It was part of what? The Red Moons and Goons and Loons of Runes and Junes from last year? The Patreon that they did, I believe, because they had the Hootenanny Hoedown. Right? So, yeah, better late than never. The fact that it actually came out, I don't know how many people got it. I don't know how many were pressed up. Maybe it'll be on sale at some point. Because nothing is ever as limited as it seems. But what a disappointment for this single. 2 decades in the making, and we get some low tier country music. Now, to be fair, I'm not a fan of country music as well. So, that's automatically going against him. Two, trying to do like the the southern like Violent J trying to do the southern accent while singing. It's not it. It's not it. I don't know what I was expecting with Bloody Brothers. I don't know if it's meant to be like a joke. People will say it's ICP. It's not meant to be taken seriously. But this shit is seriously hilarious. How about that? How about that? Is it meant to be like I was when I think of Bloody Brothers and they were talking about the most ruthless serial killer shit, down south shit, I'm expecting like some crunk shit, some 3-6 Mafia shit from back in the day, some Lil Jon shit from back in the day, some hype shit, crunk murderous shit, like horrorcore crunk shit. That's what I was expecting, not some country music. But again, props to them for actually getting the shit out. Took fucking damn near forever, or it did take forever. But man, I don't know. Not looking forward to a Bloody Brothers project at all at this point. Not after hearing After Murder Sunrise. It is up on YouTube if you do want to listen to it. No word if it'll be released digitally or not. Probably not. It seems like they're taking these Patreon exclusive EPs like the House Party Peep Show. And actually, they did release Yum Yum's Lure digitally, but I don't think that was ever meant to be exclusive. Like House Party Peep Show was. So yeah, no word on digital release, but it is up on YouTube. Go peep it if you are so inclined, especially after the review I gave it, because it's fire, man. I mean, poop fire, fire poop. I don't fucking know, but man, let's get into some more ICP news instead of dwelling on that shit. ICP had the slideshow showcase. Is that what they call the shit? The slideshow, ICP Slideshow Spectacular last Thursday. And this is where they look at old pictures, maybe some new pictures, and just talk about it and break shit down. It was such a dope show. I love the Slideshow Spectacular. One of the better shows that ICP does for the Twitch streams, formerly the Patreon streams. And I just love the podcasting style stuff that they do where they're just talking. Like anytime they're just talking is the best. Versus like Juggalo Court or Catch 21, Juggalo Catch 21, stuff like that. Not really feeling those shows, but the podcast style shows where they're talking about specific topics and whatnot, super fresh, and it was a really dope show. If you are a subscriber, you can watch the reruns. Again, Amazon Prime, it's free to subscribe on Twitch if you have Amazon Prime. And it's like $5 a month if you don't have Amazon Prime, if you subscribe. But the reason why I bring up the Slideshow Spectacular is because they made a couple announcements during the live stream. The first announcement that they made on the live stream was that the second single from Violent J's Walking Home series, Walking Home Tuesday, he said will drop next month. He was in the lab with Kuma recording it for 2 days, laying the vocals down. Kuma's handling either the engineering and or production of it. Regardless, I like that Kuma is involved. And I fucked with the Walking Home Monday single. I really did. I like that song. Catchy, dope storytelling from Violent J. And, introducing all the characters on the song. A really good way to start the Walking Home series. So I'm looking forward to the second single and so forth. He did confirm that there is a board game coming with it. No word if a vinyl will still happen. From what I understand, vinyl production right now is just mega slow, mad slow. Like you got to order shit way in advance. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if there will be a vinyl to go along with it. I don't know. But I'm excited to hear the single, man. I'm excited to hear how this Walking Home series is gonna play out. It's gonna be fresh to see. Like we're seeing an album made kind of in real time. Like as the songs get done, we're getting them. And that hasn't been done before, at least by ICP. And I like that they're going outside of their box to do this shit. Granted, it's a solo Violent J shit, but I fucks with it, and I'm hyped for the new single. They also announced going down, let me look up the date just to make sure, April 28th, Violent J's birthday bash. They're going to be doing a show, a concert for Violent J's 50th birthday. This motherfucker going to be 80. Oh shit, it's your birthday. Oh no, it isn't. It's somebody's birthday. But yeah, Violent J's 50th birthday, April 28th. It is a Thursday. Didn't say where. I'm sure we'll get the last minute announcement. Probably be $100 concert. But it's going to be a Violent J birthday bash. He said he's booking artists that he fucks with. So this is going to be a concert curated by Violent J. And I'm sure it's going to be a dope show, man. I mean, ICP puts on dope shows. It just kind of is what it is. And dope to see. And another thing that they're doing on Twitch, which is pretty cool. Apparently they could do streams for subscribers only. And they're actually showing the ICP's old school heat from Juggalo Weekend a few weeks back, which looks like that they recorded themselves, professionally recorded. Sounds really well. It's dope to watch. And they're doing it in segments. They aired part 2 last week. Again, if you're a subscriber, you can go rewatch the replay or watch it live as it happens. It was like an after party show to the Slideshow Spectacular. And it was cool to see, man. I kind of wish they were showing the heavy metal headbang, fucking whatever the fuck they called that show, because that shit looked like it was lit. But maybe they're trying to keep that shit exclusive for the Ultra Live Monster 5 ninjas. And yeah. So they announced that as well. And then the last thing, tonight, Monday night, they're bringing back the Jam Exam. This is the best show, hands down the best show that they do with these streams, the Jam Exam. And they're going to be breaking down Carnival of Carnage. Track by track, the entire album. Fucking fresh. I'm super hyped for this shit. I love the Jam Exams. I love hearing the stories behind some of these songs. They did Joker's cards, they did the EPs, they did the Forgotten Freshnesses, and they kind of just handpicked a couple tracks here and there. But now we're getting full album breakdowns from ICP. This is going to be dope. I'm going to speculate that maybe they'll go in chronological order. Either by Joker's cards, Carnival, Carnage, Ringmaster, Riddlebox, Malenko, etc. Or maybe like legit discography, Carnage, Beverly Kills, Ringmaster, Terror Wheel, and so forth. Regardless of how they do it, if we're getting full album breakdowns from ICP on their albums, sign me the fuck up. That shit sounds dope. I just love hearing shit like that. And it's the best when they're doing podcast style shows. It really is. It really is. Just love that shit. And another thing I noticed with the ICP Twitch stream was the begging of bits. You could donate bits, they call it, on Twitch, which is essentially you spend money to buy these bits and then you could donate them to your favorite streamers or whatnot. And they legit had many begging for bits. Now, get into a little bit of speculation here. How are the Twitch streams doing? What's their subscriber count look like? They are getting like 1,000 juggalos watching per stream. But what is that translating into subscriptions? What is that translating into bits? Like, are juggalos just not donating? Are they not giving a fuck and just watching the shit? Me personally, I did subscribe. And yeah, it's only $5 a month and it's free if you have Amazon Prime. And ICP still gets paid if you use an Amazon Prime subscription through Twitch. They still get paid for that shit. It's probably at a discounted rate. Who knows? I don't know the fucking logistics behind it. But I think if we want to see these Twitch streams happen, like, I don't know, maybe they're just not getting love on Twitch like that, like they had originally hoped. But like, they could do this on their YouTube channel. Why not do it on their YouTube channel? They already have mad amounts of subscribers on their YouTube channel, and you could transform, I guess, your YouTube channel into like, you could have like, regular subscribers, and then you could pay for a subscription just like Twitch, like $5 a month. Make these videos subscriber exclusive, stream them live on the main channel as it happens. But if you want to watch the replay, you have to be a paid subscriber to watch it. I mean, I'm looking at their YouTube channel right now. They have 578,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now, maybe, and this will just, I don't know if it'll confuse people, but move it from Twitch to YouTube because you already have those subscribers there. Like that base is already there that you've built up over the years. And they do post up highlights from the Twitch streams, which do get a few thousand views. I'm looking at their playlist right now. And I mean, There Ain't No Time video has 292,000 views from 3 weeks ago. Like, they could do these streams on YouTube instead of Twitch. But regardless, I hope that this shit works out because some of these shows are just really good and highly entertaining. They really are. Oh shit. I'm breaking shit over here. And yeah. So hopefully it works out on Twitch. Hopefully it is working out on Twitch for them. The Manny begging for bitch shit was not really a good look, in my opinion, but hey. I guess it kind of just is what it is. But I'm hyped for these jam exams, man. I really am. I love the breakdown of songs like that. It's gonna be fire. Can't wait to watch that Carnival Carnage shit. Or the replay of it, depending if I could stay up or not. I've been grinding my fucking ass off this week. I'm tired as fuck. Tired as shit. Sacrificing sleep like a motherfucker. But yeah. All for the betterment of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. Let's keep it psychopathic related. Lyte dropped an album. That's right. Lyte finally dropped his album. The album is called Metamorphosis. It's up on all digitals now. You could go peep it. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet. I've been bumping that Joell Ortiz and Crooked this weekend, and I've been bumping a lot of ICP, The Tempest, these past couple weeks as well. a mad underrated slept on album that, man, took me a long time to fucking get into, but I really like it. And I just been bumping those two albums. Haven't got a chance to check out the Lyte album. I've been seeing a lot of good feedback for it. A couple people said that they weren't really feeling it. One or two people saying that's kind of 50-50, but a lot of flame emojis for Lyte's Metamorphosis. I'd like to see this dude pump out some music videos and shit like that for the album. Really get into that grind mode and bang some shit out. You know, it took fucking 5 years for him to drop the album after he dropped the EP that was on Psychopathic in 2017. You know, broke but still shining. You know, was supposed to happen, didn't, could still possibly happen at some point. Who the fuck knows? But Metamorphosis is out now. The features on here are crazy. I've seen people, a couple of people that were featured on the album promoting the album as well, which is a good look for Lyte. And yeah, go peep that shit out. And speaking of Lyte, my fucking mouse just shit the bed. So the Lyte album is done or out. And speaking of Lyte, we got the Rock the Dock tour with Hoodoo, Lyte, Scum, and DJ Clay going down. We got actual tour dates for it. And again, they are not hitting the East Coast. Granted, DJ Clay was just in the East Coast, and I did not go see the show, so that's on me, you know. But no East Coast dates for the tour as of yet. It does say more dates being added soon, but it's starting April 28th, going through May 15th. Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Colorado, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, California, Midwest, West Coast states. Not hitting anywhere near the East Coast at all, as far as I could tell, looking at these tour dates. The closest that they're coming to they're just not coming close to the East at all on this tour. You know, is what it is. But it should be a dope tour, man. I've never seen DJ Clay do his own set. I've seen him rock with like Shaggy. I've seen him rock with ICP, and that was always dope. You know, having him on the ones and twos. I never got to see him do some solo shit where he's rapping, doing his fucking thing. I have seen Lyte live. He puts on a pretty good show. I've seen Scum a handful of times. I've seen Hoodoo sometimes. So it should be a fucking dope show. And, you know, since COVID is over now somehow, and the shows are just back, ain't no masks, and we just back to fucking normal in this motherfucker, except for the fucking extremely high gas prices. But hey, if it ain't one thing, it's the motherfucking another, right? But speaking of DJ Clay, one of his artists, Russell Hood, that's on Armed Robbery Entertainment, dropped a new single this week that kind of flew under my radar until I was actually prepping the show today. And but Russell Hood dropped the new single Between the Lines. I have not heard it yet. I probably will check it out because I'm not sure if I have heard Russell Hood before. I know I've talked about him before on the show. But new single from DJ Clay's artist Russell Hood, out now, Between the Lines, on all digitals. And I just want to know, when are we getting some new DJ Clay? DJ Clay dropped Over the Fear of in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. No news on a new album from Clay. I know that Over the Fear of is part one of a multiple part series. I forget how many parts off the top of my head. But that album was really good. And we need Clay to follow up with that shit like ASAP. We need Clay to follow up with that album, with a new album ASAP. And that album ain't on streaming. Why isn't Over the Fear of on any streaming services? I don't even know if you can find that shit on YouTube. I'm going to look it up real quick. But that album was a solid project from DJ Clay. And that was the first time I got to hear like a solo project from DJ Clay. Yeah, we had the mixtapes on Psychopathic and whatnot, but you know, those were mixtapes. Those were just featuring a ton of artists. He did have songs here and there, but yeah, Over the Fear of is on YouTube. Why isn't it on Apple Music? That's what I want to know. It's kind of unfortunate. Just kind of, is what it is. Same with ICP's Mighty Death Pop. Not, yeah, yes, Mighty Death Pop. Like the actual album isn't on Apple Music. I can't speak for any other digital streaming, but all the bonus albums are on Apple Music except for the actual album. I hate when shit like that happens. I don't know why it happens. But like when I'm in the mood to listen to an album and I go look it up and it's not there when it should be there, especially like a newer album and it ain't up on streaming, it's like, fuck, man. And I don't carry CDs in the car like that anymore. I just don't. Not with streaming. Shit, I don't even listen to CDs anymore. Unless an album is not on streaming, I'm not listening to it. So if I do want to listen to Clay's album or Mighty Death Pop or any other album that isn't on streaming, I gotta rip the shit, Gotta break out my external CDR drive or whatever the fuck it is, CD drive, and rip the shit to my computer, import it to my iTunes, which takes 5 minutes at most from the time I start up my computer to import it. But still, even though I've supported the artist with buying the physical product of the album, I'd like to, as well support them with the 0.001 penny per stream. So yeah. I don't even know how I got on that fucking tangent, but yeah. Oh, new DJ Clay album needs to fucking happen. Clay, let's go. Let's get let's get another album popping. Let's get it. And then a couple more releases before we bounce the fuck up out of here. Madchild dropped a new song this past Friday called Swamp Monster, which is available digitally everywhere that you like listening to music. And yeah, this is like the Madchild that I like hearing. This is like that boom bap Madchild that's fucking fire. I like this shit. It's sounding good. And yeah, you should go peep it. If you like Madchild, I think it's definitely worth your time. I hope he stays in this direction. Again, he'd be switching his sounds up sometimes, for the better, sometimes for the worse. But this single right here is for the better. And I actually saw him shipping packages out on Instagram. Hopefully, this dude ships everything that is owed to people. I'm still seeing people saying that they're waiting for merch packages from last year. Like, goddamn, and this dude's getting ready to drop an album on Suburban Noise with Obnoxious. I'd like to see Madchild get in good standing with the fans before that album happens. I really would. And ultimately, I'd like to see Madchild just say, fuck doing it by myself and have Suburban Noise do it for him. Just give them a fucking cut of the money and have them take care of it, because at least the people will get their shit. But it does seem like slowly, very fucking slowly but surely, he's working on getting people the merch that he paid for. It's just not cool to be ripping people off like that in this fucking scene. It's not a very big scene, so you gotta fucking stay true to the fans and keep your fucking side of the deal fucking good. Another new release that came out this week, Benny the Butcher, Tana Talk 4. Let's get into some Griselda news real quick. Yeah. Some people might be surprised that this didn't make a favorite release of the week. I just got to keep it fucking real and keep it true. To me, this album was a disappointment. There are some good songs on here, but it's plagued by bad features. Bad features, man. The first song was the first single for the album, Johnny P's Caddy, featuring J. Cole. And I don't give a fuck. J. Cole is the most boring, overrated rapper ever. Ever. Snooze fest and a half. That beat is so good. I love that beat. Benny kills it on there. I wish J. Cole wasn't on there, and I just wish Benny just kept rapping on that shit. That song, ruined by a feature. Second track, Back 2 Times, featuring Stove God Cooks. Dope beat, dope shit from Benny. Then Stove God Cooks comes in, and I'm just not feeling it. Skip to the next track, Super Plug, which is a dope track, like it. And then we get to song number 4, Weekends in the Perrys, featuring Boldy James. Boldy James, snooze fest. This dude literally sounds like he's sleeping on the microphone. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, those first 4 songs, it's so hard to get through those first 4 songs for me. And I fucks with Benny, man. I really do. Fucks with Benny heavy, man. One of my favorites. And he's rapping his ass off on here. The production from Alchemist, Beat Butcher, and Derringer on this album is so good, but plagued by bad features. And those first 4 songs are just so hard to get through because of the features. But then we get into 10 more Crack Commandments with Diddy. That shit is fire. I love that shit. Tyson vs. Ali with Conway. Bad hook. Very bad hook. Don't like the hook at all. Beats fire. The verses from Benny and Conway are super dope. Take out that hook and you'd have a fire fucking song. Uncle Bun featuring 38 Special. I dig it. You know, not the best Benny shit I've ever heard. And then from there on out, it's not bad. You know, you got Westside Gun on Guerrero. But, you know, the features on Tana Talk 4, for me personally, just ain't it. Just ain't it. I don't know. I was very disappointed with the album. I like Plugs 2 better so far than Tana Talk 4. Tana Talk 4 doesn't even hold a fucking candle to Tana Talk 3. Like, not even close. Not even close. And, you know, unfortunate for me, I'm seeing a lot of people show love for it, you know. Music is subjective and everybody fucking has different opinions and feels the music a different way. But for me, Tana Talk 4 is just not it. Not it. There are a handful of songs on there that are good, but for me, the album that I'll be going back to this week is King Crooked and Joell Ortiz, The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse. That shit is fire. Love that album. It's literally fire, too. The fucking pig on the cover is on fire. So go peep that album. And shit, I know I've put people onto Griselda through this podcast, and I've seen those people show love for Tana Talk 4. Again, I'm the guy that doesn't like the ill shit. I'm the guy that just doesn't like the ill shit. You know? I don't know what to say. But let's keep it going. Gmo Ski announced he's got a new single dropping March 31st. The song is called That Checks Out. So Gmo Ski will be releasing a song in just over 2 weeks, about 2.5 weeks from the day this podcast drops. And I'm looking forward to it, man. Again, I've come around to Gmo Ski. I really have. Not that I ever slept on Gmo, because I minus Charlie and the Filth Factory, I always checked out what Gmo was doing. When he dropped Filthy Spirit Bomb, you know, I peeped that. The singles, the Filth Element, like the Filth Element is when he started winning me over. And then the features that he did with C. Lance, Stu Bangers, and the singles that he's releasing on his own, it's like, all right, this dude's fucking dope. I guess that maybe I didn't understand it or whatever it was, but I'm fucking with Gmo now. I'm hyped to hear this new single dropping March 31st. That checks out. New shit from Gmo is welcomed from me from here on out. Absolutely. Unless he starts pumping out some whack shit, I'll let you know. But until then, this dude is putting out dope music. Go check out the Filth Element because it's fire. Really good album from Gmo. And then we got a new album announcement from Stevie Stone. Talked about his little 1.5-minute single that he dropped last week. Well, pre-orders for Stevie Stone's Raising the Bar are available now. We got t-shirts, posters, bandanas, the actual CD itself. This is his first album, Post Strange Music. And I did a little bit of research. The merch company handling the merch for Stevie Stone is Magic Ninja Entertainment. The Great Merch Co. The Great Merch Company, owned by and operated by Magic Ninja, is handling Stevie Stone's merch. So that makes Stevie Stone, Chris Calico, Ritz, 3 former Strange Music artists, now getting their merch fulfilled through Great Merch Company, which is owned and operated by Magic Ninja, or at least somebody from Magic Ninja. It's the same P.O. box, same address as M&E's web store. And so, the whole point of bringing that up is, hey, you're going to get quality service as far as the merch goes. And if they're announcing it's going to come out on that day, chances are it's going to drop on that day. Anytime anybody drops merch now, I do my research and see who the fulfillment company is for that artist. I actually looked it up for Gmo Ski as well, because I placed an order for the Filth Element. And I think Gmo Ski's merch is handled by a subsidiary of Get On Down. I could be wrong, but it's, shipped from a place in Massachusetts, the same town as Get On Down, ships their stuff through. I does my research to see who's handling their merch. If the artists themselves are doing it, or if they got a merch company they're doing it. I want to know, because I want to make sure people get their shit. And with Stevie Stone's new project, it looks like you will get your shit. So the album Raising the Bar is dropping April 1st. So in just a few weeks, we're getting new Stevie Stone album merch. Pre-orders for the album are available now. So if you fucks with Stevie Stone, if you like those singles that he was dropping, they'll probably be on the album. Go copy one. And yeah. Much fucking love to everybody that's tuned in this week, man. We did it. We banged out another episode, 186. The next episode is 187. I do a 187 on a motherfucking car. You know what I mean? So thank you again for tuning in. Much fucking love. Go peep out that Scottie D interview that I dropped. Go peep out my interview I did with Devereaux. Go peep out the class interview. Go peep out the interview that we got dropping on this Thursday. But go get you caught up on all the other ones. Much fucking love. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Ron Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.